Kansas City has no shortage of artists and art galleries, but a small, one-of-a-kind gallery stands out from the rest and truly shines like a diamond in the rough. Nestled in a small storefront in the Crossroads Art District, visiting it is an experience like none you will have at any other gallery in town, or quite possibly the world. Putting it mildly, it ain't your mama's gallery. I'm speaking of the Slap-N-Tickle on 18th Street, just east of Main. It is managed with enthusiasm, humor, and lots of love by Apryl McAnerney, who with the late legendary Kansas City artist Motley, opened it about 5 years ago. Well, I'm here today with Apryl McAnerney at the Slap-N-Tickle Gallery, and we're going to talk a little bit about the gallery and some recent activities. So, first of all, I want to say the opening the other night was just wonderful, which
Thank you.
You know, I always expect that when I come here anyway.
Good, as you should.
So anyway, just tell me a little about the philosophy behind the gallery.
Well, when Motley and I opened it up, we really wanted to just let people be comfortable when they're looking at artwork and create more of a, you know, lively experience that they could take home with them, not just the artwork, but everything. So when they remembered or when they bought a piece of artwork and they took it home, they could look at that artwork and they could say, oh yeah, that was, you know, they'd have a story to tell. That was this night that we went out and we finally went to a gallery, we finally went to First Fridays, and you know, it was comfortable and it was fun, and it wasn't a bunch of people standing around all hoity-toity with their little glasses of wine, you know, talking big words about juxtaposition or whatever. It was more about the experience they had that they could take with them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
definitely one of the differences I see here is,
Yeah.
you know, the openings are actually fun, you know, as opposed to just standing quietly and looking at the art and maybe having a soft conversation with somebody else.
Yeah, and listening to all these people spout off words that they don't even know the meaning of, you know. I mean, when you buy art, when you look at art, you want to enjoy it. You know, you want to live with it, because you're going to live with it. If it matches your sofa, awesome. You know, why not? Why shouldn't it? You know, why shouldn't it make you happy to look at?
Well, I think you're definitely the epitome of that since you're living in the gallery.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, believe me, I totally know the difference. In fact, when I was thinking about this interview, it occurred to me how important it is that art does make you happy. I mean, it should make you think, sure, but it can also just make you happy to look at, because when I live with this artwork around me all the time, there are a lot of pieces that, you know, I immediately think, wow, this is so important and so vivid and so vital and all of those. But then, you know, when I live with it for a month or, you know, even a couple of weeks, it's like that same, you know, important piece of artwork is not nearly as exciting to me as the one that's just, you know, that I never even thought about. The one that's just like sneaks out from the background and says, you know, be with me. let me live with you forever and ever. You know, it's a very different experience.
Well, tell me a little about the current show.
The erotica show.
Yes.
Woo. Well, it seems that we've kind of been pegged as the Erotica Art Gallery, which is fine by me. Our original intent was to show artwork that was not able to get shown very often because of the explicit content, or bizarre, or the weird, or, you know, the artwork that is by the emerging artists that may not quite be there yet, but you can feel the energy behind it. You can see where that artist is going to go with it and how gorgeous that's going to be. Or the seasoned artist, you know, that hasn't shown, that's been making art for like 30, 40 years and just hasn't shown it at all for different reasons. And they're both coming to us as if, you know, they're both about 12 years old, showing their work for the first time and really having to deal with people seeing what they do, kind of like showing their heart and who they are. And so you know, this show is kind of on the heels of that, and also questions, you know, what erotica means to people. You know, is it the curve of a woman's neck? Is it an earlobe? Is it more sexually explicit than that? You know, is it just the verbiage, perhaps? You know, is it the, does it need to be explicit, or does it need to be something that's like a little underground that just kind of like moves you in that direction? And why?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think maybe it's some of those, all of those, but different things to different people. And definitely with the variety that you have here, it gives people the opportunity to explore their own relationship to the erotica.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fine line between, you know, pornography and erotica, you know, what is fine art and what is pornography? I don't really know. You know, I think it's different for everybody. So we like to push the envelope a little bit and just say, you know, why make it one way or the other? Why can't it just be something beautiful? I mean, it's a human body. I mean, it's sex. That's how we all got here to begin with. Yay!
Yeah, I've always wondered why people are so offended by something that's such a major portion of our lives. And, you know, basically everyone wants it, but nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, this is why we exist. You know, we wouldn't be here talking right now if people didn't have sex first. Whether they enjoyed it or not, I don't know. It'd be kind of nice to think that there was some amount of pleasure and love, you know, involved in our creation.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, well, you touched on it a little bit, but tell me something about your openings and why you turn those into such a party atmosphere with performing art and...
Well, you know, I kind of feel like we should be doing something a little bit more gallery-esque, you know, and make it a little bit tamer and stuff. And we are trying to, you know, refocus everything onto the artwork. But I think it must just be the way it is around here. I think it's just Motley's spirit living on and, you know, mingled still with mine, where it's like art should be fun, an opening should be fun. It should just be a full experience. I mean, we want people, we always, you know, our plan was that people would come in and have a full experience where their, you know, their senses were fully involved and they enjoyed themselves, you know. So to have music and to have body painting, you know, burlesque dancers, belly dancers. I mean, art is not just two-dimensional, and we are not just two-dimensional, so it's kind of any art show that we have that lends itself to something more three-dimensional. You know, we want to make that happen. Yeah, we want all the senses involved in being here.
Well, I think maybe you're kind of a leader in that area, because I noticed some of the other galleries that have been more staid in the past are starting, not to the extent that you have, but to add some of these same types of things into their openings.
Yeah, well, they should.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a great thing, you know.
And one of the things that shows me that it works is, you know, I come here and I see people that they come early and they stay late. Whereas at the other galleries, you know, you walk in, you take a circle around and look at the work, and then you move on down the street.
Well, you feel uncomfortable at other galleries. I mean, you feel like that's what you're supposed to do. You're just supposed to walk in and be very quiet, you know, like you're in a library or something, and look at each piece individually, and then what else are you going to do after that? You know, and if you can't look at a piece of artwork while sitting on a sofa and talking with your friends and being comfortable and relaxed, then you don't know if you want that piece of artwork to be in your life. You know, you're just standing there feeling uncomfortable the whole time. So, you know, we give them lots of reasons to stay and hang out so that they can be more comfortable with the artwork and make their decisions.
I think you've been very successful with that.
Thank you.
Well, enjoyed talking about this.
Yes, thank you very much for being here and for being a part of all of our shows.
Oh, well, thank you.
So many of them, at least. I mean, seriously.
You've inspired me to kind of come out of my little closet in the world.
I can't imagine you're in a closet. Yeah. No, I mean, I appreciate your artwork. I mean, it's so much in the theme because it's all so fun. You know, and it's all so beautiful and well done in the composition. I mean, and go on, but still, it's like there's still this really nice theme to the work that pulls through.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Didn't come here to get praised, but
Yeah, well,
I definitely enjoy it.
We all do.
Okay, well, thanks a lot.
All right, you're very welcome. Thank you.